Welcome to another Ask Us Anything episode. We are pumped, and first of all, we'd like to thank everyone for all the questions. We have been literally inundated with messages.
We have.
It's been out of control. What's the most common question we have got here at the moment,
Believe it or not,
actually?
almost 50% of the questions are about the Chevy and the van or towing or weights or something like that. So this is kind of a little special.
Which is cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a hot topic. I mean, it's all good and well to talk about destinations all the time, but the experiences, the setups is another crucial one, like the 10 questions with ADU.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know about the setups and all that. Without further ado, we're going to fire up. I haven't seen the questions, by the way. I have no idea what the questions are. Yes. You've been sifting through them all.
Yeah, so these are the questions that you have answered on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So we've filtered through. Almost 50% are about the truck. The others are just about general stuff. And we're going to get started with question number 1 from Ashley Norton-Smith on Facebook.
Mr. Ashley Norton-Smith.
Could be a girl, Ashley.
Could be awkward.
It is a girl, actually. It is
Awkward.
Ashley.
Awkward.
Ashley, and she's from Canada.
Sorry, Ash. Oh, Canada. Oh, it'd be nice and warm over there. It's like up here now, wouldn't it be?
She has a 2-part question.
2-part question.
You've currently got the 2500 HD Silverado, a very nice truck. I heard on your recent video that you'll be upgrading to a new truck, and you mentioned a build. What model have you ordered, and does the build include suspension upgrade and canopy? I'm a Canadian, always been a Chevy girl.
Chevy girl, love it. Okay, yes, it will be another Chevy 2500 HD, the 2022 model. In regards to build, yes, it's going to have absolutely everything on it. It's basically going to be like that thing in the background, but just a little bit bigger. I have no idea why I'm making it bigger, but I just think it's something you have to do, and the guys at Big Dog Builds would not let me downsize anyway, I don't think.
No.
Who downgrades? I mean, you've always got to upgrade in life. So yeah, it'll be set up as a full-time tourer, not necessarily a four-wheel drive as such. People tend to bag these trucks out because of the four-wheel drive capabilities. It's not built as a four-wheel drive, it's built as a full-time tourer, and it is going to be one heck of a truck, I think.
So suspension upgrade?
100%. Of course. We can't say what it's going to be. I'm so sorry. We can't say exact specs, but yes.
Canopy. Serious
suspension. Yes, full canopy, 12-volt system, rooftop, awnings, side steps, tons of lighting, switching, air, onboard air, water, bull bar, everything. Everything. The list goes on. The list goes on and on. I don't want to bore you too much, but you're just going to have to wait and see. That's what I reckon.
And question number 2 from Heather Hodgkinson on Facebook. Hi, Heather.
Hello, Heather.
Chris, when
Yes.
and how do you service your car and van? Do you have this done through mechanics, or do you do this yourself on the road?
Yes, definitely. I'll definitely get it done through mechanics. I'll generally try. It normally times in pretty well. It's been very rare that we've had a service where we've been in the middle of nowhere, so it's sort of timed very well. We will go to just a well-known mechanic, but it's pretty simple. It's the same as any other car, just an oil change, oil filter, air filter. Pretty easy sort of deal. Caravan, every now and then I'll pull wheels off, check wheel bearings, check greasing, just general walk around. Every time I'm hitching or unhitching or setting up or bored, I'll just walk around and have a look at everything anyway. And if there's something that needs to be done, I'll do it. I'm very particular about looking after my stuff, as you guys probably know the way I wash everything and look after things. So I'm always looking around and checking for things. So it's just a constant servicing for me.
We'll probably stop in at Suncoast Caravan Service.
Yeah.
Or in the Sunshine Coast and get them to have a bit of a...
Or do we let Twisty look at our truck or what?
I don't know.
Do we give him a spanner, old Adam?
Right, from Scott Connolly on Facebook.
I'm just going to interrupt for 1 second.
Yes.
This is a freaking nice coffee, hey?
He made it himself. He's very proud.
And where did we get the beans from? Some guy in Melbourne, and he's actually a Mauritian. That was from the Wandering Panda. They gave us a big bag of the coffee beans. Thanks, Wandering Panda. This is A grade. It's actually nearly better than Vegas's coffee. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't drink coffee.
No, Vegas. Not even close, mate. You're a bloody genius with coffee.
Okay.
All right, question number 9.
Number 3 from Scott Connolly on Facebook. My question is for Chris. I'm assuming your current truck as well as your new truck would be registered as NB2. I have one on the way also and getting mixed answers as to speed limit for a 2500 registered as an NB2 when not towing. Are you limited to 100 kilometres at all time? Thanks, Scott.
Yeah. All right, Scott, to answer your question, I have no bloody idea. Literally, you cannot find these answers anywhere. I generally try to stick to the 100 just in case, and I'm 99.9% sure it is 100 kilometres an hour. We can't find the answer. I really don't know. Just play it safe, mate. If you are MB2, play it safe, buddy, and you should be happy. But
if you find out, let us know.
Yeah, and if you find out, let us know. Exactly right. Another hot topic, why aren't we nationalising our licensing and rules? This is so frustrating. When you travel from state to state continually, the rules are different and it's so freaking frustrating. Okay, I've had my rant.
Chris is asking himself his own questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so from Bear Co. and Adventures on Instagram.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Is the truck a he or a she? You're going to love this answer.
I don't have a name for
my
truck.
We don't call them he's or she's.
My truck is a truck.
And we don't name them.
I'm probably one of few people, who don't have a name for their truck.
Yeah, he thinks it's not cool to name
It's just
vehicles.
My truck. I don't know. Do I think it's not cool?
You do. You very much think it's not cool. Because when we met, I asked him if he had a name for the Hilux he was driving, because everyone doesn't. He doesn't. He goes, no, I don't do that. So.
Okay, if you name your car, I'm so sorry. You are cool, really. I'm just an old man and I'm not cool. So.
From Chevy 3500 HD on Instagram.
Well, he sounds like a really cool dude.
Your new Chev. Why not a 3500 HD SRW? Surely 5100 GVM is not enough.
Okay. Why not a 3500A? GM SV do not bring the 3500s in. They only bring the 2500 HDs.
You've got to leave something to aspire to in the future.
And from a GVM point of view, they come with a don't mark me on my numbers here. It is a 52 something, the MB2, and then it's a simple GVM upgrade back up to the axle loads, which is, I believe, nearly 5500. So 5500 is well and truly enough for me. Yeah, so this is why. Two reasons. Yeah, I don't need to because of the GVM, and GMSV don't bring out the 3500 anyway. So yeah.
Okay, Oh, this isn't a truck question, but you're going to get it in here anyway. From Brent Wall on YouTube. Question for Chris.
Brent Wall? Is that Bretty Wall? Is that Bretty? I don't even know. Oh, Brent.
Mate, when will you marry Miriam? If you don't, my missus said I can. I put my hand up.
Go for it, mate. Go for it. Why haven't... We are engaged. Why haven't we got married yet? Can you give the answer?
Yes, because I can.
I'll let Miriam answer this one.
I canceled the wedding because he proposed because he thought I wanted to get married, and he really couldn't care less about it. And he was telling everyone he was only doing it because it's what I wanted, and I went like, no, I only want to marry someone that wants to marry me. So I cancelled the wedding. And
I'm just going to elaborate a little on this. My personal opinion is I think weddings are the biggest waste of money. I would have just preferred to have a casual little afternoon party, barbecue, and then have a little celebrant come in and do that type of thing. But I guess, I've got to think about the woman, and it's a big day. But you don't care, really.
I didn't want a big wedding anyway. I just wanted someone that wanted to marry me, not that was just marrying me because I wanted it. So I cancelled it. So there's the answer to your question.
Marriage, I think it's a bit of paper.
And we're both divorced.
I want to be with you, darling. I love you. Forever and ever.
Have you seen
I'm a joker. If you don't know me, I'm definitely a joker. So, okay.
Okay, sorry. Back to the caravan truck questions.
Who answered that? Who answered?
That was Brent Wall.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. Really got me. I'm going to cop this, mate. Now.
Number 7 from Ben Bakermans on YouTube. Question for Chris. We are moving over from New Zealand in a month's time, and we are getting a 2008 Land Cruiser 200 and a 22-foot JB Dirt Road Extreme, and I'm super concerned about weights. You guys seem to have it a lot stricter than here. What's the best way to navigate our way around everything to do with weights?
Yes, very strict, and getting a lot more strict, and I think good on them. I think they need to nail this. There's too many accidents going on. Not that I'm saying accidents are always caused by weights, but it probably has a lot to do with it, with the way people are loading up their car and caravan. How do you get around it, mate? You've got to know your numbers. You've got to know all the numbers on that car. Know the GVM, know the GCM, know your axle loads.
Know how much your wife weighs.
You've got to know everything. And at the end of the day, you pack it the way you want it, set it up, and then get over the weighbridge. And if you're not right, then I'm afraid you're going to have to ditch the wife. What did I say? Or the kids, or the dog. No, you've just got to... Mate,
that's the question, though. He's saying this is what he's getting.
Yeah.
He's concerned about weight. So you don't want to pay all that money for a Land Cruiser and a Caravan and then find that you're overweight and have nothing to do with it.
You're going to have to roughly work it out. Before you buy the van, or if you haven't bought it already, ask to see the compliance plate, and then it's maybe worth getting an independent weigh before you even buy the van.
Sometimes compliance plates aren't.
No, they're not generally right. So, mate, I've never thought about this, but maybe a good idea just to get the van weighed. Ring up a mobile weigh guy and get them to the place, if they consent, the people who are selling it, and get the thing weighed. That way it's going to give you a ballpark as to where you are. Vehicle-wise, if it's full of accessories, another thing, get that thing weighed. I think get it weighed before you purchase it, so you know where you are. The numbers are there, it doesn't lie. So.
The numbers are actually quite scary. When you add them up,
very scary. Yep.
We often look at setups and just go, there's no way that can be legal.
Yeah. Like our new truck, I'm just going to give you a few numbers on our new truck before we've even set it up. The truck on its own, dead standard, weighs about 3,700 kilo, a little bit over. The GCI... I didn't tell everyone we're going to GCI. Again, people will know that anyway. People will know. The GCI complete tray canopy setup. Now, I'm talking dry weight without any water in the tanks. We are talking about the battery system, the fridge, everything in there is about 960 kilos. So
without the beer.
So that brings us up to nearly 4,700 kilo before we start anything else. Mind you, we have to take the factory tub and bumper off. I'm assuming that's about 250 kilos. So it takes us back to about 4,500 kilo straight off the bat. So it adds up quickly. Then you put 350 or 400 kilo ball weight on just under 5 ton before we even start.
And the bars and the lights and the...
It's insane the way the weights add up. So you have to do your homework though.
Yeah. Very tricky question, very complicated answer, sorry.
Very, yes.
From Big Red AU on Instagram, have you been unable to get to a destination that you wanted to get to but couldn't because of the Chevy? I'm assuming he means size. Possibly?
Absolutely.
We're big and we're
absolutely,
fat.
Yes. There are places where we just simply can't take the truck. Does it worry me? No, it's never really worried me. I mean...
Only that one time we tried to get somewhere that we couldn't and we got all scratched up.
But I'm glad we didn't. This was on the west coast of Tassie. I'm sort of glad we didn't go because the weather was crap anyway. So is it going to worry me in the future? Maybe. It's definitely one of the cons with an American truck, but I can count a couple of cons in this thing.
There's way more pros than cons.
100%.
And Australia is a huge country.
Yeah.
And if there are certain places we can't get to because we're huge, then so be it. Because the places that we do get to, we're really, really comfortable.
Yeah. And look, if it's somewhere that's not too far anyway, we'll jump on the e-bikes to go check it out if we need to anyway. So it's not the be all end all. It's something that I definitely don't worry about at all. It's just part of driving an American truck. So.
It is?
Yep.
How many kilometres do you get to a tank when towing? From Swift Earthworks on Instagram.
Swift Earthworks. Okay, general average is about 26 to 28 litres per 100. Mate, I think when towing about 500, 550 maybe out of it, which is fine. I'm extremely happy with that. We are nearly 10 tonne combined weight with 37s and stuff, so I'm extremely happy with it. It's really good. If you're worried about getting an American truck because you think they're thirsty, they're definitely not. They're definitely not thirsty at all. As a comparison, the size of the motor, the weight of them, they're absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and that also varies according to where you are. So in Tasmania, it was more like 34. But then over here, when we hit the mainland, it dropped back down to 27.
Yeah, but that's going to be on a sliding scale with every motor vehicle in Tasmania. It's going to be a lot more thirsty to drive around. It's just so hilly and windy and but yeah.
Okay, from the Land Cruisers on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Watch Chris's face with
Land
this one.
Cruiser, uh-oh.
Does the big rig ever get a workout other than the odd dirt road?
What do you mean a workout?
Well, I guess...
if you're talking four-wheel driving, yeah, we've done a bit of four-wheel driving in it.
We've done a bit, but it literally is the odd dirt road because we haven't built this as a four-wheel
drive. The odd dirt road?
No, for
four-wheel driving.
For four-wheel driving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, accessibility is a little difficult. If it's going to be tight, then I won't bother with it. And I'm not into four-wheel driving. I'm done with four-wheel driving.
Neither of us are into
I'm bored of it. I used to do it back in the day, and I just don't,
It's not our jam anymore.
No, it's not my jam. It's just something that I just couldn't be bothered with. So.
But if this question means, do we ever get on a dirt road, other than the odd dirt road, this truck has been on almost as much dirt as it has bitumen.
Yeah, pretty much, and corrugation. We're not scared to take it down some,
pretty gnarly.
Pretty remote areas.
Yeah.
That's the whole fun of it. So it's set up to do that. Yeah.
From Rome to Grow on Instagram, who do you go with?
Rome to grow or room to grow?
Rome to Grow.
Okay.
Unless that's a typo, but I think it's Rome to Grow.
Okay.
Who did you go with for caravan and truck insurance? Trying to work out contents insurance is nuts.
Ooh. Our caravan is with CIL. We've had a great run with them. From a content point of view, it's difficult. You answer this one.
Okay, the answer to that is contents insurance is near impossible when you're travelling full-time in a caravan. We actually haven't found anyone yet. We tried to work with CIL to see if they could come up with something.
Yep.
They haven't yet, so we don't have very good contents insurance.
Any insurance owners here for caravans, please, we beg you. We need to have some sort of policy for all these full-time travellers. We live in the vans. We have a lot more than $1,000 worth of contents in there.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Truck-wise, Club 4x4, these guys are the only people that will insure this truck.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, it is insured with every single modification noted down on the insurance policy, photos, everything. It's covered everywhere and anywhere in Australia. These guys are amazing. Yes, it is expensive. It's very, very expensive, but so's the car if you write it off and you're not insured.
Yeah, well, our car is worth the same as some people's houses, more than some people's houses, and it's on the road travelling around, so you can understand why insurance is going to cost more.
Yeah.
And Club 4x4 also covers, is it $10,000 worth of contents in
Well, you can nominate that, yes.
Yep. Yeah, so it covers the truck and the contents anywhere in Australia. So we'll actually drop a link down below, because
I can't recommend them anymore. They've been
really
amazing.
Don't have any other suggestions other than Club 4x4.
Yep. I know they do have a caravan insurance too, a separate business. So guys, if you were listening to this about contents, we need it.
Yes, we do. Okay, from It's the Larsons on Instagram, towing 3.5 tonne. Top 5 tips you know now that you would really help others towing such big vans.
Okay. Hot tip for towing 3.5 tonne, my personal opinion is don't get a 3.5 tonne towing car.
Okay.
That's the biggest tip for me. I know yes, it can get very expensive, all the stuff, and I get that people don't have a budget for a bigger 4.5 tonne tow vehicle, but guys,
to be a new one.
If you're towing 3.5 tonne, if you're at your max, please just do yourselves a favour and get something that is more capable, more stable, bigger wheelbase, more planted, something that's going to tow the van. I can't stress this enough. We used to tow with a Hilux. Now, back in the day, I had a GVM and a GCM upgrade through Levels. It was the only thing I could get back at the time. I thought it was the greatest thing on earth. I towed thinking I was safe, until I started towing with an American truck. Now, when I say I thought I was towing safe, when I look back at it now, it's actually frightening at the times and the positions I was in back then, and it's a worry. It really is. So, guys, please, if you're towing 3.5 tonne, look, this is going to probably pull a few strings for a few people here, but I believe 99% of the 3.5 tonne tow cars shouldn't be 3.5 tonne. I think the 200s, the Y62s, the 79s should be a 3.5 tonne tow because they are a great car for towing. But I personally think a lot of the dual cabs and wagons and stuff, I think they need to back the tow capacity.
Well, you've always said that the tow vehicle should weigh more than the van.
100%, yeah. I mean, give an example. I'm throwing figures out here. I don't know exact figures. A standard Hilux or a Ranger or a BT50, what would they weigh standard? 2.3 tonne maybe, I don't know.
A lot less than
put a few accessories, put the family in there, do the stuff, maybe you'll get up to 3 tonne. Actually, I don't even know what the GVMs are. 3,200 maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, leave a comment below. Standard GVM on a Ranger or whatever. And then you go put 3.5 tonne behind it, the van is heavier than the car. So I don't like that at all.
You're going to feel that pushing you down the hill.
If the van's going to get in a position where it's going to say no more and it wants to do what it wants to do, it's going to pick the car up and take it with it. And I don't think the consumer is to blame for this by pushing the limits. They're told all these figures by the car companies, by the caravan companies, and I personally think it's wrong, and I think it needs to change, and I hope to God it does change. People's lives are at stake here, and I think enough is enough.
I think for safety, for comfort, And it just makes sense to have a tow rig that's heavier than the van.
Yeah.
But that is only one tip. So he asked for 5 tips that would help others towing
5 tips.
the van. So you said 1, you need a heavier tow vehicle than the van.
100%, yeah.
Second tow tip for a 3.5 tonne?
Watch your weights. Packing the 3.5 tonne. You know, putting 500 kilo on the ball weight as opposed to 500 kilos on the rear of it can make a huge difference for the way the Caravan will travel.
I'm counting them off.
Okay, number 3.
I'm going to say number 3.
No. Oh, okay.
A reversing camera.
A reversing camera, so you can always see what's behind you. Not necessarily a reversing camera, a rear camera. A dual lens one would be great.
Yes.
One that uses for reversing and one that you can switch on to see behind you. Tip number 4, and I think this is a hot one, and I think it's missed by 90% of people out there who have Caravans. Get yourself a good set of tyres and wheels. We know a lot of Caravans out there come out with tyres. I don't know where they're made. Like, I honestly don't. Load ratings for tyres in Australia, they are not, what's the word for it?
Policed?
Not policed or,
regimented.
What's the word?
Regulated.
Regulated, that's the word, thank you. Tyre load ratings are not regulated, not tested in Australia. So any jockey can bring a tyre in with a 126 load rating, which is about 750 kilos, and it's not tested and you just don't know. So when you're towing 3.5 tonne, you have a blowout in a car at 100 k's an hour, you'll know about it. You'll stress, you'll struggle to pull it up. Put a Caravan behind it, man, that's an appetite for an absolute disaster. So tip number 4, I think, 100%.
Tyres and wheels.
Tip number 5. Get a titanium. No, I'm joking. Tip number 5. Oh, straight off my head. I've named them all, I think. Ones that the Caravan itself, make sure you're buying a good Caravan with a good foundations, a good chassis and good suspension. That's my rule. I don't like a lot of the stuff that comes out in a lot of the Caravan. Yes, we're talking about budget again, but at the end of the day, when it comes to your safety, I don't think budget should come into it.
So top quality van is tip number 5.
Top quality,
and that's doing your research.
Not necessarily the top half. I mean, that's all good. That
that
doesn't change the safety part of it.
Built well.
Good foundations. It's like a house. If you build a house on sand and have terrible foundations, the rest of it's just going to crumble. So, yep, tip number 5 done. Easy.
Okay.
I thought I was going to struggle with that.
So we're going to move on now to other questions.
Vegas, this coffee's way better, mate.
Other questions. So first
other
one.
Questions. Yes. You answer some questions. I've been answering heaps.
Well, that's because it was all truck and towing stuff.
Okay, all right.
From Nigel McNeil on Facebook.
Hey, Nigel.
This is for both of us. You have most likely been asked this before. On the road, what about health issues when you get sick in a remote place?
Ooh. You can answer this one.
We actually haven't been sick in a remote place yet.
But what if you do?
But if you do get sick in a remote place, just open the cupboard above my the table inside.
We are rolling pharmacy.
We've got like 3 or 4 first aid kits. We've got like that dental kit to do emergency dental stuff. We've got...
really?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's a worry. I don't want you getting in my mouth with a pair of pliers or something.
Keep up to date with your first aid, your senior first aid, not just your basic CPR stuff. So I've been doing that since I was 17 years old, so I'm on top of it. He doesn't know anything, so if anything happens to me, we're in a world of trouble.
Yeah, I do. Mouth to mouth. Pashing, it's called in my books. Look, I think it goes back to more prevention. We live very healthy, or as healthy as we possibly can, fit and healthy, so prevention is a key, I think.
Prevention is obviously better than a cure, but I mean, I guess now is a really good example. My back started playing up last week, like really badly to the point where I couldn't move. I haven't been able to exercise.
Because you can't handle a new mountain bike,
other than yoga for a week. I did mountain bike and actually it was okay. But instantly I was like, oh no, what have I done? Have I pinched a nerve? Have I got a bulging disc? Have I got arthritis in my back? What's the problem? I ring my parents because they're nurses and figure it out. But I thought, I'm going to need to visit a chiro. I'm going to try. And then it was really hard. Luckily it's coming good, so I haven't had to do that. But when you're in a place that you don't know and you have to find a specialist, it's really hard. And I was like, when are we going to be back in Brisbane? Because I'm going to have to book in with this person there. So it is tricky being on the road. You do have to be on top of everything and know what you can know. You do have to prevent where you can. But when things go wrong, you're just going to have to wing it because you don't know 100%. Where you're going to be. You can't really plan ahead. So
you can't plan ahead. It's just something that you need to just live with in life. You know, you're not going to not do it because of you may be going to get sick one day. So we'll let you know when we do get sick one day. I'm sure you'll see. Flying doctors.
Flying Doctors, there you go.
Yeah.
So from Corvette King on Facebook to both of you, how do you manage the separation from your children while on the road?
We talk as much as we can. Video calls.
We FaceTime with them.
The best things ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We send them stuff. They send us stuff. We
Yeah.
fly them up when we can, and we fly to them when we can. We just miss them, basically, and there's no two ways about it.
Yeah, we miss them a lot. We miss them a lot.
But to be fair, they're teenagers, and who would want to be with teenagers
They don't want to hang out with us anyway.
They don't want to be with us all the time. We don't want to be with them all the time.
Yeah,
so when
exactly.
we actually do get to see them, it's really,
We do love you guys
special.
if you're watching, by the way.
It's special the time we get to spend with them. So, but yeah, we do miss them every single day.
But it's getting easier. It's getting easier as they get their licenses now. They're just little humans. They're just like anyone, aren't they?
Little humans.
They just don't little.
Coop is a big
little
human.
adults.
He's bigger than you.
Yeah, Coop's actually bigger than me now. It's insane. It's not hard. I am a pretty little bloke, but
Yeah, it was nice.
pretty little bloke.
We flew them up here for a week during the school holidays, and that was really cool. We
Up here, where are we?
We're up in Cairns.
As you can tell by what we
Still.
have on, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we took them bungee jumping and jet boating, and we took them to Hartley's Crocodile Centre, and we just did
We
fun.
went and watched Top Gun at
We
the cinemas.
did go and watch Top Gun. at
Reminded
the
me of
cinema.
me in my younger days. Old Tom Cruise. Eh?
Gosh. Oh, look, there's a moth on my...
Oh, it's beautiful. Next question. Let's do
Next question from Big Cruiser 79 on Instagram.
Oh, here we
Guess
go.
the question.
it. Ooh.
Big Cruiser 79. He asks the same one every single time.
Oh, does he? Oh.
Yeah. Can you come to Bundaberg, please?
Yeah. Mate, we're coming. We're coming. I promise. We'll actually be there in a few
Actually.
weeks, mate. So
We're up rolling down that way, so maybe
we
could-
have to. We have to.
To be fair, every time we've ask us a question or ask us
Yeah.
anything, he's like, can you come to Bundaberg, please?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, you shout us a beer, mate, because you didn't buy my truck, so you owe me beer now.
From Little Oz Adventure on Instagram, who's the better looking out of you two?
You pick. Yeah, comment below. Who's the better looking one?
Who's the better looking one? Who's
Obviously, the females are going to say me. Come on.
obviously?
And if the males do say me, can you go to a next channel, please? I love you too.
From I'm just going to call it Toot, but
Toot.
it's like _T.0.0.T on Instagram. Do you get many people trying to follow you guys in a convoy? We actually haven't had that happen
No.
yet, except when we were filming from Woodoo, when we were one giant convoy from Airlie up to Cairns.
No, we do get a lot of people stopping us on the road or at service stations or at shopping centres
We get
or
flagged down
in
all the
public
time.
toilets or whatever, and we love it. We
Public
love
toilets.
saying g'day to people and meeting people and getting photos with them. So
We do.
It doesn't worry us even if there was a convoy chasing us, but yeah, good luck catching up, by the way, or keeping up.
Rightio. From Keith Armitage on YouTube, a question for you both. Tripper and a van have bought a block of land with a small batch on it. I think he means shed, maybe. Have you ever thought of doing the same to have a base station to have a break every now and again? Happy travels. Funny you should say that.
So funny.
Yeah. So, okay, believe it or not, we've actually had this in mind for since before we started travelling. We've always decided if we travelled full time, we were going to get a block of land. We are going to set something up on it, and it is going to be...
Not necessarily for us to live in it either.
No, it's going to be completely off-grid.
Yeah.
We're already looking for land in certain places. I'm not going to say where.
What's up on top of that hill over there?
Nothing. Stop pointing. Yes, so definitely on the cards.
Definitely happening. We're looking at land now. Our game plan is to build an awesome, groovy little tiny home, or maybe a couple of them, and set them up as Airbnbs as a bit of revenue, as well as coming back to if we ever need to. So yes, it will be. We're just going to throw it out there right now. It will be North Queensland. It will be Cairns region. But yes, we definitely are. It's been on the plans for a long, long time. And watch this space.
Yes. From Fruit Beach. F-R-O-O-T.
I'm glad you're reading this.
Fruit Beach on Instagram. Would you stay with the composting toilet?
Whoa! 100% yes.
Best upgrade we ever made in the new Caravan.
Yep.
One of.
Yep.
Definitely.
That answers it all. 150% yes. We'll never, ever go back to a dirty cassette toilet.
No.
Reasons.
Heaps of reasons.
Chemicals.
No chemicals.
Yep.
No water needed to flush it.
No.
You don't have to empty it
Every
regularly.
day or two, you don't have to find a dump point.
It's like every 4 weeks you
Yep.
need to empty the poo part.
Yep.
And every few days or every 2 days, depending on how much you drink, you have to tip the wee part out. It's not hard, and it's
easier. It's way easier than a cassette.
It doesn't smell either. The cassette toilets, when you accidentally leave the hatch open, it stinks the whole van out. This one, it smells a bit composty. If you're doing it right. If you're doing it wrong, it'll smell and it'll get all gluggy and it won't work properly. But once you get the hang of it, they're amazing.
Composting toilets is the future. I think over the next few years, people are going to start bringing out a lot more of them, a lot more models.
I think some vans aren't even doing cassette toilets anymore. They've stopped doing it completely, haven't they?
I think so, yes. Yeah.
So get on the bandwagon.
Yeah, get onto it. They're
awesome.
awesome.
Get on the compost toilet wagon.
Yeah.
From Manda Moto Chick on Instagram, is it better travelling with kids or without? That's an easy question. Both.
Both, yeah. Depending on what you're doing.
Hang on. Oh, is it better? I thought you said, is it easier? It's definitely easier without.
It's definitely easier without, obviously.
Is it better for us because we're working a lot and we're filming and we're doing all that stuff? It's way better for us not to have the kids with us. But when we were younger and we weren't doing so much work on the road, we loved it.
It's awesome. So it's a yes and a no, definitely. Locations play a big part in that too. If you're going to go, somewhere where you're going to do huge hikes, if your children aren't hikers, you can have an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, our kids didn't mind the hiking. Yeah. Like Caravan Gorge, they did it. They did the 21-kilometre hike and they thought it was okay. And they didn't complain because they're amazing. But I think...
Until the next couple of days where we all complained.
Then we all complained because our feet hurt. So, I don't know, with or without kids, it's just different.
It's different,
It's not better, it's just different.
I think if you have children and you're planning on doing it, if you're a tight family and you get on well and you love adventure... Oh my God, go do it.
Do it before your kid turns 11 or 12.
Yeah, what an experience. So go do it, I say, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. From Fam Bam in a Caravan.
Fam Bam.
On Instagram. This is a really good question and it's a really touchy question.
Oh.
Did you ever use anything to boost getting more followers? Or did it happen naturally?
That is a great question. We've never answered this, have we?
No, we're actually very proud of this. We've never sponsored a post. We've never done paid advertising on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, nothing.
No, we've done one.
Did we?
We did one paid partnership.
Oh, no, that wasn't a paid post.
A few months. Oh,
no,
okay, right.
No, we've not done one paid post. We've never spent any money on advertising. We've never purchased followers, so all of our followers are genuine. We don't have a single fake follower on our account. And to be honest, it's very easy to see people that have fake followers on their account.
And it's very common, which is...
Very, very common. All you need to do is click on their followers and then scroll down and you'll see all random names of random people from random places, usually following lots of people with not many posts. Super easy to be caught out. And when you're working with larger companies...
I mean, caught out, does it matter? You're not really getting caught out. If that's what you want to do, you go do it.
When you're working with larger companies, they have software to look into the background and to see what's genuine and what's not. And if they're thinking of working with you, they want to pay you to promote their products to a genuine audience, not a fake paid audience. So,
well, it's not an audience if it's all purchased
and
anyway,
it can actually be considered fraud.
Yeah.
So
we are 100% organic, and we are very proud of that. And
it's definitely more slow growing on platforms if you don't boost and pay for stuff. But we've chosen not to do it that way.
Yep.
So we would rather grow slowly and steadily, consistently with our organic audience than pay and just kind of go like that.
It comes down to the other part too. If you're purchasing followers or somehow getting followers, you're not going to get into any interaction on your socials. So how are you going to know people are liking things, not liking things, enjoying it, not enjoying it? So
yeah, you want genuine feedback on your content. Yeah. So if people aren't liking your content, you need to change it basically. Otherwise, it's just not. What are you doing it for?
Well, for example, if we go back to a video now, ask us anything. You wouldn't get anyone asking anything because they're just like bots and they're just not real accounts anyway.
So not only can you pay for fake followers, you can actually purchase fake comments as well.
Yeah.
So bots can do all sorts of things, but you don't want that because...
And that is on every platform. On Instagram. Oh no, Facebook, can you do it?
Facebook, I don't know actually.
Facebook's a tough one. Definitely YouTube.
I think you can, but I'm not sure.
I don't think TikTok either. I don't know. Instagram's a huge one anyway. So to answer your question, we are 100% organic, and that's the way we'll always be. So
yeah,
good question though.
I know. From Gypsy Maintenance 77 on Instagram, is LSKD a major sponsor?
No, not at all. LSKD is not a sponsor. We don't like the word sponsor anyway. It's partnership for us.
We are partnered with LSKD, and our relationship with LSKD goes back to way before Chris and I met each other. So Chris actually designed their very first logo.
Jason, the owner, just the raddest kid. I've known him since he was very young through the old motocross days, and he's awesome. We've had a relationship since day dot of Loose Kid Industries, because that's what it was originally called. Jason's nickname was Loose, and
he was a kid.
He was a kid. So partnership. Yes, we are affiliated with them. To say they're a major partner, though, definitely not.
Long term. They're a long-term partner. Yeah. And our code is CREW80U, so if you want to buy any LSKD, use our code CREW80U and you'll get a discount.
They've got awesome gear. Their gear has definitely shifted, though. They're definitely a lot more...
It's more of a fitness brand.
Yeah, it was when Jason started up, it was more an extreme sport type lifestyle, then shifted sort of into lifestyle. Now it's more about active wear. So he's killing it in the industry. His products are amazing.
The best active wear on the market, I think, and I wear a lot of active wear.
Yeah, so do I.
They've got really cool jackets and beanies and shirts and like dresses for women and stuff too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not a major sponsor, but a long-term partner.
Yeah.
From Martin Finn on YouTube, what's the worst part about spending so much time together? We drive each other crazy.
We drive each other crazy. We've definitely learned to live with it. We've learned to live with it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have.
You've got no choice, really. You either learn to live with it and stay living together on the road, or you go back to a house where you can have your own separate rooms.
We've definitely grown a lot closer doing what we do. Yeah, I think that answers. Does that answer it? We've just...
Yeah. What's the worst part about spending so much time together? I guess for me, I really liked going to my job, teaching my fitness classes, hanging out with all my ladies and my personal training clients and doing all that and interacting with other people. I loved all that and I miss that so much, because he's not the same to interact with as all
I miss all my mates going riding in the local places.
I'm not
miss
the
all
same
that
to ride with as his
going for a wave, all those type of things, but... we've just learned to live with each other, and when we do need our time out, we'll just separate and go do our own things.
Yeah, like he went for a ride yesterday and I didn't.
After we had a little bit of a biff, not a biff, we just had a little bit of not even a disagreement. I just cracked it at something she was doing that I don't like.
He just cracked it, and so I was like, well, you go for a ride, and he goes for a ride, and everything's fine after the ride.
Yeah, it was awesome. Especially my new Specialized.
Okay. I don't know about this one, actually. I probably should have done a bit of research. We'll see if you can come up. We might not get an answer, but we'll try. From Ryan Jones, 9131 on Instagram, what's your best free camp in Queensland?
Whoa.
Queensland's huge. That's like all of the outback, all of the coast, all of like everywhere.
That's a tough one.
We might have to
look, I honestly don't think there's that many free camps in Queensland. I think it's very difficult.
In the outback there are.
Yeah, in the outback there is, but if you're talking about on the coastline, not too many. If I can think of one awesome free camp on the coast, I'd say Archer Point up south of Cooktown.
Oh, that's epic.
That's a rad spot. You can camp right up on the hill overlooking the reef, or you can camp down on the beaches there.
Yeah.
Tough one, man. You've really put us in a spot there. Heaps in the outback. I'm just going to throw Archer Point as one of them.
Yeah,
I think that's a good free camp.
Archer Point, that's up this way, up near Cooktown.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys are awesome. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, mate.
From Nath_Mac23 on Instagram, how do you afford to live on the road? We have just found you guys on YouTube.
Wow. Several streams of revenue, isn't it?
We have several streams of income. So like we just talked about LSKD before, we do affiliate marketing with quite a few different platforms, and that just means that we work with them and promote their products. Obviously, these are products that we're already using.
Yep.
And then if you use our discount code, we get a small percentage and you guys get a discount. So we do earn some income that way. We are working with some larger companies as well.
Yep.
So we're on wages as such, I guess.
Just retainers, you would say.
Retainers with some other companies. We do blog writing for certain people. We do, a whole heap of different things. But it's all to do with... living on the road, really.
Yep.
And I do have my MimFit fitness business. I still run a few classes back in Brisbane, and I do have my online platform where I pre-record classes and people can join and do those for a subscription, which is only small. And you do a little bit still with your signage, but not much at all.
But yeah, there's several ways.
Yeah,
several
definitely
ways.
Don't put all your...
Well, it's too difficult to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I think you've really got to spread yourself in what we do. And it's all part of this business, isn't it, I guess? So, yeah.
And we do earn a little bit from YouTube as well. Not much, but a little bit from YouTube.
Oh.
Put your phone on.
Adam Nicholson, thanks, mate. You're trying to call me. I'll call you back in a sec.
Put it on airplane mode. All right, so next question. This is also from Fruit Beach on Instagram. Do you plan to travel New South Wales?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, our plans at the moment are we're in North Queensland. We came up to North Queensland with the What's Up Down Under crew to film the Trip of a Lifetime.
Which is airing on Channel 10 on Saturdays at 3 p.m. and on 10
That's a shameless plug, that
Sundays at 2 p.m. And the behind the scenes is on our YouTube channel, which you've probably seen.
So our game plan after that was to do the Savannah Way for 5 or 6 weeks, but we had a bit of business to do in Cairns, so it's all shifted around. We're heading back down south for the next 4 episodes.
Of What's Up Down Under?
Yep. And then we've got a little bit of running around, a little bit of travelling with Miriam's parents, and then we're waiting for the new truck to be built. So once the new truck is built, our next game plan is to hit WA. So that will be, by the time we get the new truck, it'll be very close to Christmas anyway. So we will will hang out with the kids for Christmas, and then spend New Year's with a lot of awesome friends, and then we will be hitting WA. So that's the game plan.
So that's not New South Wales?
No, but I do want to we've done a lot of the coastline of New South Wales, it's north and south of Sydney. I would love to do...
We've actually done that quite a few times. We've just not made any YouTube videos about it.
I would love to do the Blue Mountains. There's lots I want to do.
We'd love to do the high country. We were saying we were going to do the high country next
Victoria.
year. Oh, no, so we were going to do the high country next year in the snow. And then that's changed to WA. So literally our plans change all the time. So whether or not we do New South Wales next year, who knows?
Who knows? We're sort of all over the shop. We're not doing the lap as such. So
we're doing the lap.
Yeah.
From Parachute Group on Instagram. Is Parachute Group the best adventure gear funding in Australia? Now, funny
you say that because he just tried calling me.
Adam who just tried
Parachute Group. We'll put a little link in the description down below. He's a good friend of mine. He has an adventure gear finance company and it is rad. So if there's anything you guys need, mountain bikes, motorbikes, jet skis,
anything to do with adventure,
anything, canopies on the back of your trucks,
the
whole lot.
Take your dog on your adventures, you can finance your dog.
Give these guys a call. So another shameless little plug, and that was so funny that you were calling me. He was probably calling. Somehow he knows we're recording this and he wanted to make sure his question got in. That's what I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah, we know you, mate. We know you.
From Anthony Kinney on Instagram, do you have a satellite phone, EPIRB or PLB as emergency backup with no cell coverage? And, we'll answer that one first and then we'll go to the next one.
We have all of the above. We have everything. We've got a cell phone. We got the little EPIRB, the GME one. I can't remember the model of it. We have Cell-Fi. We have everything. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to travel to remote places, have them all, please. You don't necessarily need to own a sat phone. We don't own it. We rent it through Global Sat.
Yep.
So it is always in the truck with us. So
renting stuff is a good idea.
It is a good idea. It is a good idea. Yep.
Especially if you're going to do like a trip through the outback for 3 months. You don't want to buy it just for that. Just hire it.
No.
Or
what was the second? Was there a second part to that?
The second part is: would you ever consider coming over to New Zealand to do a tour?
Oh, I would love to travel New Zealand. I've been there once mountain biking at Queenstown, downhill at Skyline there, and I was literally blown away flying into Queenstown over the Remarkable. So that would be a dream to do that. We do have plans to go OS in the next 2 years or 3 years. But it's not New Zealand. It's somewhere that is a lot bigger. But yes, we will get to New Zealand one day, 100%. Once we take our setup overseas, I think that's what we'll be doing. We'll be travelling.
It might even stop there on the way back.
Maybe. It's on the way home.
See if the ship can drop our gear off on the way back.
All right.
Our final question from Mick Ruser on Instagram is, no question, just Chris mate!
Chris mate!
Chris mate. That's it. That was the final question for Ask Us Anything.
Thanks again, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the following. Thanks for everything.
That's it for this time. Please subscribe to our channel, like the videos, leave us a comment, and
smash the bell! Have a good day, guys.